You're watching Creekbox TV.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alan Henley. Welcome to Creekbox TV. We're live here on Sports Talk. My good buddy, teacher, Jay Witherspoon. Jay, man, you've a retired educator. He was on the Homerville City Council for how long? After 2 terms? 3 terms?
8 years.
8 years?
8 years.
And how long was you an educator?
40.
40 years.
40 years. I put in 40 years.
40 years. And man, I'm probably one of the reasons you retired.
I had to. I couldn't take any more.
You hear people talk about they have tennis elbow. You had paddle elbow. I was figuring up. I went to the 8th grade, and you at least paddled me between 6 to 10 times a year. So we'll split the difference and say 4 licks, 25. Man, you got me good between 100 and 150 licks through my high school career. But I thought I'd got you down. I could, the best smelling man in Clinch County, Jay Witherspoon. You could either smell Old Spice or you could hear the keys, and I knew to run back in the classroom, brother. But man, you have been a big part of Clinch County in this community, man. And you are running for County Commissioner Post 3. Tell us a little bit about you, Miss Minnie, and your family.
All right. Well, listen, I want to say this, right up front. Young men like you was a pleasure.
I don't know about
and many others. I enjoyed going to school every day.
That's right. That's right.
The communication with the older kids, you could share things with them. They would come to you with problems, and it made you feel good when you could help them.
That's right.
So it was good.
That's right.
Real good.
Well, now it's like with the technology and everything. I mean, you've talked several times. It's hard. I mean, we got good teachers in Clinch County. That's one thing we've been fortunate for. But the teaching aspect is, it's like it's lost where you could come in and sit one-on-one. I'm sure we have several good teachers that do that. But when you taught, that was the number one thing. If you had a problem, you would always have your door open to talk. So,
well, that's true. And when you talk about good teachers, like I was talking with Mr. Sutton just a minute ago, during the break. There was a particular teacher, and I'll say her name, was Miss Gloria Piegler.
Ooh.
I used to have to evaluate all the teachers, but I used to go into Miss Piegler's room, not to evaluate her, but to sit down and listen to her. She was such a great instructor. Her content, she was just brilliant.
Man, she was, and I can remember Coach Tyson saying I had to have that class. She taught history, and Miss Piegler, she put me right by her. My desk was up there in front, so Coach Tyson made me sit up front. So, but a good teacher. She could make, world history. I mean, everything. I mean, it was just she made it interesting. Just a great teacher. You could name a bunch of them. Miss Groover, Miss Bonnie. I mean, there's several that.
Yeah, the list. This goes on, Mr. Bill Oyster, who's deceased now. And Miss Martin, Miss Groover, Miss Piegler, and Miss Thomason and Miss LUTZ. I mean, they were just quality teachers.
That's right. That's right.
And respected in this community.
Man, and when you work with somebody for 40 years like that, man, and you retired, and then you got him back into you've done so much for Clinch County and the city of Homerville, man. Miss Minnie ever tried to put the brakes on you? Said that's enough, or no, she pretty much?
No.
Just.
Sooner or later, it's just like a horse. He gets old, and you put him out to pasture.
That's right.
When I got 40 years in, it's time to hang it up now. So then I decided, to retire, and I missed it. Mm-hmm. Oh, I did.
Well,
I missed
it. You do something for 40 years.
Yeah. But I'm thankful that I was part of education in Clinch County, and I wish, the best for our school system. It's just, it's a wonderful profession, and I hope other gifted students, and not so much just gifted students, just students that would have an interest in education, pursue that area.
That's right, man, because you can touch, that's how you touch lives.
Mm-hmm.
You touch them when they're young like that. Man, and being from the city council, me and you have spoke. One reason you wanted to be a county commissioner, man, is you see an important opportunity that Clinch County has to help benefit the citizens of Clinch County. Tell us some of your thoughts on that, Jay.
Well, you know, I'd like to be a county commissioner because I want to be part of the decision process that will determine the future of Clinch County. Mm-hmm. You know, we can't stay this on a daily routine. We've got to be very progressive. Projects, we have to move forward. We can't be left behind. That's because right. That's not where I want to be on the tail end of anything.
That's right.
And I'm not going to be. Mm-hmm. When I go to a city council meeting, or when I went to a city council meeting, and if I'm, you know, elected by the voters to be a commissioner, I'm not going to just show up for roll call now.
That's right.
Not Jay. You can ask Tom, our mayor. You know, I mean, we had an excellent council. Yeah. But there was a lot of good discussion about, you know, the subject matters before we did anything, but we never left there mad. That's right. Never.
That's right. That's right. And man, and that's just, you've been on the city council, up under, you know, done so much. We've had Tom on, he was talking about the 4th of July and the new rec park and stuff, man. You were, had a little thought in that by being on the council, man, and you see the big picture, what Clinch County needs to do. You know, Jim, we've had Coach Jim Dickerson, retired now, like you, educator. Coach Don is the head coach now, but I've heard Jim say that we had more students back in the late 80s and early 90s than we do in the year 2020. You know, Clinch County's the 3rd smallest school in the state of Georgia that has a football program. And you look around and you said, you know, we've won several state championships. What has happened, in your opinion, Jay, that's happened from the 80s to 2020 where we've grown smaller?
Well, you know, our little community, you know, we're blessed to have the land area, but we don't have the population. Mm-hmm. And we don't have the population because of the lack of industries in this county. Mm-hmm. Industries bring jobs. Jobs create revenue. Mm-hmm. Revenue creates taxes. Mm-hmm. And government runs off of taxes. Mm-hmm. You know, some people think government's just a word, but the people are the governing board of government.
That's right.
And so we don't have these industries any longer. Let me say this, we took a triple hit. Oh God, deeply.
That's right.
We took a triple hit. We lost Dollar General. Mm-hmm. 600 probably employees, directly or indirectly. We lost the prison, probably 150, maybe 200. We lost Design Space, the trailer park. Mm-hmm. You're looking at a population, a working force of 1,000 people. 1,000 jobs just vanished.
That's right. That's a lot of taxes.
And all these people couldn't be absorbed in Clinch County. Mm-hmm. And many of them left. And that's what hurt us, you know, as far as the population growth, that's what hurt the school system, that's what hurt our sports program, because we lost athletes, we lost academic students, we lost, you know, just good people that had to leave because there was no jobs here for them.
And you know, it's a domino effect. When you lose businesses, and you have small businesses that die out because of that. So,
right, you're right. It's a domino effect. And once it starts steamrolling, it's hard to stop it.
Well, man, that's going to lead us into our first break, J.E. We're going to hear a word from our sponsor. We'll be back to talk to Mr. J.E. Witherspoon. We'll be right back.
Camping World of Valdosta, located in Lake Park, is your one-stop destination for all your camping needs. Stop by to see your dreams of quality time with your family become a reality. Whether it's tailgating with your air-conditioned camper, taking a trip to the mountains or beach with your family, or driving your motorhome to a faraway destination, Camping World has it all. Let us put you and your family in a camper for as little as $99 per month. And remember, when you buy a camper from Camping World of Valdosta, you receive a free Elite Good Sam membership, roadside assistance, and travel assist for 1 year.
Since 1972, Popeyes has been serving up mouth-watering, delicious, hot and mild fried chicken and chicken tenders from its Louisiana kitchen. You know about our great chicken, but have you tried our tasty seafood? All of our menu items come with a Southern style all their own. On your way to or after the game, stop by Popeyes and remember we can handle all your special event catering needs. Conveniently located on Memorial Drive in Waycross, Popeyes puts a piece of Louisiana in every single meal.
Homerville Jewelers on East Dame Avenue is your headquarters for bridal and baby registry. If you're looking for that special gift for the bride and groom or that perfect gift for the new baby, look no further. We also have a variety of diamonds, gold, sterling silver, watches, and necklaces, and can perform jewelry repair. No need to shop out of town. We can supply all of your gift and jewelry needs. Let Vicki Young and staff serve you at Homerville Jewelers, East Dame Avenue, Homerville.
Dairy Queen is a proud part of our local communities and is cheering our sports teams on to championship seasons. Drop by before and after the game to say hello to Mr. Ash and his entire crew and enjoy the full Dairy Queen menu, including our famous grilled burgers, artisan-style sandwiches, and chicken strips. Cool off with our renowned smoothies, slushies, malts, and iced coffees. Try our fabulous desserts and take an ice cream cake home for that special occasion, or just to treat the family. Dine in or take out at Dairy Queen locations in Homerville, Blackshear, Folkestone, and Fernandina Beach. See you at the DQ.
Mike's Golf Carts and Powersports in Douglas has the cheapest prices in South Georgia and a huge inventory of new and used gas and electric golf carts and off-road vehicles. Mike's also has parts and accessories and proudly serves customers across the states of Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. Whether you stop into our store or shop with us online, we have everything you need for Can-Am, EZGO, Club Car, and Yamaha. 0% financing available for qualified customers. Mike's Golf Carts and Powersports in Douglas, Georgia.
LUTZ, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency is locally owned and has been a part of the Homerville, Clinch County community for many years. We make it a priority to know our clients on a personal basis and take pride in customizing insurance coverage for the particular needs of each customer. We offer all lines of insurance, including auto, home, business, life insurance, annuities, and bonds. LUTZ, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Go Panthers!
You're watching Creekbox TV.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Creekbox TV. I'm Alan Hanley here on Sports Talk. Good buddy. I've admired this young gentleman for years, Mr. Jay Witherspoon. Jay, we were talking about how much you've done for Clinch County and the city of Homerville here. And man, one of your advantages throughout everything you've done is you always approach things as projects. Man, what are some of the projects that you've accomplished over the years for Clinch County and the city of Homerville that you're proud of? Man, I can think of several, but I want to hear them from you.
All right. Listen, I appreciate you answering this question. And, before, I talk about these projects, I always brought these projects before the city council because, I wanted their support and their input. And we always talked about it. And when I left there, I had the green light. Jay, pursue it. Go.
That's right.
So the first project that really was probably the most influential project or one that needed to be addressed is the road going to the high school.
That's right.
The whole time I was at the high school, I used to ride through the communities now to get to school. And I did that over 30 years. And we had people that were coming to visit the high school. Couldn't even find it.
No, that's right.
You know, they'd call our receptionist, our secretary at school. How do you get to your school?
I can see it, but I can't get to it.
There you go. You know, do we come by water?
Yeah.
You know, the pond out in front of it?
Right.
And do we come by water? You know, so I approached the city council with their support, the Board of Education with their support, the Industrial Authority with their support, and the county commissioners. All three of them, the Board of Education committed the funding, the City Council committed funding, the Industrial Authority committed financial, and the commissioners, they didn't do financial, they did something better. They did what they referred to as in-kind work.
That's right.
They made all the preparation for the school. They cleared the land, they hauled the dirt, they put in the sewer systems, everything. If it wouldn't been for the county now,
that's right,
we could not have afforded the road to the high school.
Well, man, that's probably one of the busiest roads.
Oh,
on Friday night when they have a game, the football team have even started taking buses and unload down the road. I mean, it's, you know, you look at that, Jay, and that's just one project of several you've done, man. Looking into the future, if elected county commissioner, what's some of the projects you want to see Clinch County and the city of Homerville do down the road?
Right, it's going to, any project that goes on should be a joint venture, the city and the county working together. If they don't work together, and the Industrial Authority, the Board of Education, all of them have to have the involvement. Yeah, that's the key issue.
That's right.
Well, I'd love to see for us to tackle a community complex so that it can be utilized as a rec center, but also as a academic classrooms, you know.
That's right.
And so that during the winter months, when everything is kind of in a slow mode, we can have tournaments in there, and then if there's rooms for academics to go on, or a small little auditorium in there for you know, community events or what. But a community complex would be as such an asset to this community. It would be greatly appreciated.
I know when we built the new rec park, we had talked about down the road, because the rec department has to use the Board of Education facility for basketball, but of course they have to wait until they get done with it, so it puts the rec park behind a month or two. And I've talked to AC, and man, he's that's what he's wanting. And we'd even talked about after school. You know, you got a lot of people that work to 5 o'clock. And if you had a program like that, a study hall where they could get off the bus, some of the older kids, and it would occupy some of their time. Community involvement, you know, man, that's something I think you're right. That would be a big plus for Clinch County.
Well, I hope we can pursue that, and that'll be, if I'm elected on the commission, that is, you know, I'm certainly going to, you know, ask that to be addressed.
Well, Jay, looking where Homerville sits, and man, if anybody's ever talked to Jay Witherspoon, they know, what is Clinch County's #1 reason for somebody to come? You've said this over and over, it's the highways. Yeah, we're right in the perfect spot.
No, we are. I mean, we've been blessed with resources. And you know, we've got a major railroad that goes through here. We soon to have 2 4-lane highways that's going to crisscross here. And we've got an airfield that will accommodate commercial airlines. Now, believe that or not.
That's right.
But it will accommodate a commercial airline, Delta Airlines, if they wanted to land out there, would make me feel good. You know that?
That's right.
And so these are resources that we're blessed with, and especially the highways, especially Highway 84 that run from the Alabama line all the way to Savannah, you know, to the Atlantic Ocean.
That's
you know
right.
that. There is literally thousands, I can probably say 10,000s of traffic vehicles that go through this city.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have any small businesses. We don't have anything to attract them to stop except that red light.
That's right.
Well, you know, that red light doesn't pay any revenue.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to slow them down.
That's right.
Well, we want them to stop and spend money,
Mm-hmm.
because these taxes is what, you know, this is what government operates off.
Mm-hmm.
And if we, or you know, these are customers in these vehicles, and nobody wants to turn customers away, but you got to give them a reason to stop.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
you know.
I know you've worked hard several years. When you were on the city council, get McDonald's in here. I mean, you've talked about that. I like Big Macs anyway. That's something. And you've worked hard, not just that, but in trying to bring businesses to Homerville, and it's just economy and, you know, people. We talked about that earlier, not having enough. One reason we don't have enough students now, as small as we are, we've lost over 1,000 jobs in the last 30 years here in Clinch County.
Mm-hmm.
But Jay, that's going to lead us to our second break. We'll hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll come right back with Jay Witherspoon.
And then along came Walker Jones.
You know Walker Jones is the automotive superstore.
But did you know we're also the Super Service Center?
That's right. With more than 56 bays, Walker Jones does as much service on all major brands as all the other service centers in town combined. And we're loaded with experienced professional ASC certified mechanics to get the job done right the first time.
Hey, I'm Jim, coming down to see us for service at the home of the lifetime warranty. Lifetime.
At Burt CPAs, helping small businesses with their accounting needs is our business. We have offices in Homerville, Waycross, Alma, and Baxley. Burt's professionals are ready to serve you no matter your location. We are your team for accounting, bookkeeping, tax, and financial advice. In Homerville, call firm partner Adam Toll, 912-490-7142. For the best pizza and wings in town any day of the week, check out Huey's One Stop in Homerville. Drop by, fuel up, and let Mr. Nick Patel and staff serve you some mouth-watering pizza and wings that you won't soon forget. Or just take that favorite pizza and box of wings home. Call 912-487-2338 to order your pizza and wings every Friday night after the game. Huey's One Stop, 193 Church Street, Homerville. Lee Engineering and Construction Company in DuPont, Georgia has been a part of the community since 1935 and is proud to support Clinch County athletics. The prayer of the entire Lee Engineering family is that our Lord and Savior will richly bless our schools, community, and nation.
You're watching Creekbox TV.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Creekbox TV. I'm Alan Hanley, here, the host of Sports Talk. Man, got a fine Clinch Countyan, retired educator. I'm not going to say retired city councilman because you just stepped away to run for county commission.
Right. Right. That's true.
Mr. Jay Witherspoon, man, and Jay, before we took that break, we were talking about projects, some of the projects that benefits the citizens of Clinch County and the city of Homerville. I mean, you've discussed about the lot up there by the news office. Tell us a little bit about some of them.
Well, the lot beside the news office was nothing but a wooded area that nobody realized such a beautiful value a piece of property. It was. But it wasn't only just the value of the property, it's the value what was in the middle of it.
That's right.
It's probably the largest oak tree, but don't quote me on this, that's in the city of Homerville.
And probably the oldest.
And right, Alan. And nobody even knew it was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so growed up. And now when you ride by that lot now, and it's maintained like it is, and the tree is gorgeous.
That's right.
It's just a, you know, cosmetic wise, it is a beautiful tree. And then there was another project that the city council, you know, that we talked about, was the ramp going into City Hall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, handicapped people, there was a handicapped ramp, but it was way around the back there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody enters the way all the students used to enter through the front door, you know, basically, you know that. And so I said, you know, we need a ramp.
Mm-hmm.
And so that passed city council, and now, you know, and as soon as it was completed, everybody, you know, would tell our city manager, hey, we appreciate you doing this. We were glad to do it for you.
Not only that, I remember when I was at the rec park, you donated some doors and windows to the ticket booth out front by where you come in, because you rode by and you seen them sitting under an umbrella.
Yeah,
and you said, man, it's too hot to be sitting under an umbrella. So we got an air-conditioned ticket booth there.
Yeah, because I donated.
That's right.
I donated AC for that. You're right about that, because that individual out there, they were suffering.
Man, it's hot.
Yeah, it was hot.
Well, Jay, we're talking about, you know, post-3, the election's coming up. Let's see, I got it right here. Early, it starts May 18th. Then the election, of course, is on June the 9th. Jay, if I was to ask you, Jay, what's some of the strengths? What's your strength, do you think, being a county commissioner, that you're going to bring if elected to the county commission?
I will give you my word as a gentleman, that if I'm elected on the county commission, that I'll work at it. Like I said, I won't show up for roll call now. And I'll be pushing for projects. I'll be pushing for a community complex to be built. And anything else that will benefit the citizens and the city and the county. Look here, the city and the county is one to me.
That's right, that's right.
You know, I never refer to the city or the county. It's a unit.
That's right.
And when they function together, hey, they're awesome.
That's right. I agree 100%.
And everything, if we do like that, we'll be successful at everything. And that's just what I'm saying. I will work hard to improve this community.
Man, over the years, I mean, your experience speaks for itself. You've always put the taxpayers first here, with it through your being an educator. You know how important it was. I mean, the taxpayers for doing that job in the city of Homerville. I mean, with the splosh tax, you're trying to generate more splosh dollars with new businesses. I mean, it just makes sense. And Jay, we appreciate you taking the time to come and talk about some of these issues and let the people know, the citizens of Homerville and Clinch County, know that what you're going to bring in post-3 and what you're going to fight for. I'm going to give you an opportunity right now. You got a couple of minutes. Talk to the voter and tell them why they should vote for Jay Witherspoon.
Well, you know, there's something I want to emphasize that's so critical. People, you know, concerning splosh. People, it's so important. There are so many projects that would not even be mentioned or wouldn't even have been completed if it wasn't for splosh. And here's the secret behind splosh. Everybody pays it.
That's right.
Not just the property owners. People riding through, coming down 84, 441, they stop, they buy something. they are supporting our community with that penny on a dollar.
That's right.
Plus other pennies, but that splash dollar, that extra penny, you'd be surprised how pennies make a dollar and dollars make thousands too. So,
that's right.
And so I give you my word that you won't be disappointed in me. Mm-hmm. You might not agree with me every time, but you won't be disappointed because we'll sit and we'll talk. And if you have a problem, you call me, and I promise you, I will address it, and we'll find a course of action to go.
Well, I'm talking from experience. Not only are you a good leader, you're a good listener. And a long time ago, someone told me it's a lot better to listen than it is to lead sometimes. So, man, that's one of your advantages, and that's what you'll take the time to do, is to listen to people.
True.
And Jay, man, we love you. I appreciate you coming in, taking an opportunity to talk to the voters of Clinch County. We want to remind everybody to vote. You can start voting Monday. So we appreciate it. We'll see you next time here on Sports Talk.
You're watching Creekbox TV.